What's up, y'all? It's your boy back again with another video. We at Revival again. This is where I've been filming most of my workouts just because my schedule is all over the place, so I get these really late workouts. It's 4 a.m. right now. Don't tell Ken, he's gonna be mad at me. But it is what it is. I gotta do what I gotta do. Y'all know I'm a hustler, so I gotta get this money. So whatever time this comes in, it comes in. I mean, is it ideal for bodybuilding? I'm still getting my sleep, maybe not straight hours, but I'm getting in total volume of probably 6 hours of sleep. So that's gonna have to do. Could I be better if I got 10? Maybe, but I gotta get paid. None of this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta earn a living first and foremost. That comes, everything gotta come second to that. I'm a grown ass man, so I gotta make a living. So could I be a better bodybuilder? Sure, but I'm trying to be a better man first and foremost before I could focus on bodybuilding, right? So like, you gotta have your priorities straight, you know. Bodybuilding can be super important to you, but it can't come before being a grown ass fucking man. So that's first and foremost. Anyways, we got pull day today. I'm actually here with Juice. Y'all probably never met Juice because I usually see Kane, but this is Juice right here. Kane is a pocket bully. He's a little bit bigger than an average pocket bully as far as height, but it's categorized by height, not weight. But Juice is XL, so he's gonna be a lot taller. He's already taller than Kane, as you can see. He looks a little more stretched out because he's going through his little awkward phase, but he's gonna obviously be way bigger than Kane. He's XL, but usually the pockets are more stocky than XLs, but his parents are pretty stocky, so he's gonna be a stocky XL. So he's gonna be just as stocky as Kane, believe it or not, but 4 inches taller and 60 pounds heavier, believe it or not. So he's gonna be a beast. He don't look like a beast right now. He looks like a fucking lab, like a brown lab right now. I had to crop his ears. If I didn't crop his ears, he literally looked like a lab. So I couldn't have that. I don't want nobody to think I'm walking around with a fucking lab. It's a bully, baby. Straight bulls out here. Anyways, I talked about it in my last video. I'm breeding dogs, so once he's of age, maybe 10 months or so, he's about 6 months now, I'm gonna stud him out and then start having him impregnating these girls out here. Anyways, pull day. We're gonna start off with some good old rows, barbell rows. Keeping it old school, and I'm gonna try to lean forward more than usual. I'm usually about 45 degrees or a little lower. I'm gonna try to get it closer to 90 degrees today, just because I want to really get that thickness back in my lower back. So yeah, game time. Check me out. As you guys know, I don't believe in gym equipment. I don't believe in belts, straps, none of that bullshit. If your knees hurt, your elbows hurt, change your fucking form or do exercise that don't hurt. Don't cover it up with a fucking Band-Aid. It's not rocket science. Yo, my knees hurt, so I'm gonna leg press 1,000 pounds with tight ass wraps, you know, because my knees hurt. That's why. If your knees hurt, why the fuck you leg pressing 1,000 pounds? It's gonna be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Guys get on a hack squat, put reverse bands and wraps, and got 15 plates on there. Yeah, my knees hurt. That's why I gotta use the bands and like leave your ego at home. Like, we all know, like, you just want to put more weight on there. If your shit hurt, figure out why the fuck it hurts and fix the problem. Stop trying to cover it up with a Band-Aid. Okay. Belts don't keep your waist small, okay? Out of all the supers I compete against, I usually have the smallest waist. I don't use a fucking belt. I'll bet money they probably use belts. That's not how it works. If you use the belt correctly, you're actually pushing more pressure against the belt than you would without a belt. So if anything, you're gonna grow your waist more with a fucking belt, right? You look at powerlifters, they all use belts. They don't have small waists because the correct way to use a belt is to press as hard as possible and create the most abdominal pressure as you can. That's not conducive to keeping your waist small. Okay, controlling my waist without a belt, that's actually keeping my waist small because I'm keeping my waist tight without a belt. I'm not pushing against the belt. So if anything, I'll keep my waist smaller without a belt, right? So you got to think logically, man. You can't just listen to whatever hoopla that you hear. Like, you got to use your fucking brain sometimes, you know, which seems to be hard to do in this sport. So if I can't row 3 plates, I'm not going to put a belt on just so I could do 4 plates. Just to say, well, because my back is sore, or some bullshit. Like, it doesn't work that way. If some shit hurts, fix the way you do the exercise, or stop doing the fucking exercise if it hurts you. It's not rocket science, baby. Obviously, I could do a lot more weight with the belt on, but that's irrelevant because I want my erectors to get, you know, to actually work and get stronger as well. I'm not even using straps. Fuck that. I'm not against lifting straps though. That I understand. Obviously, if your back is way stronger than your grip, most people, that's the case. You're gonna need straps to get the most out of your back. Me personally, I like to have big ass forearms, and I don't like my grip to get weak. When I started training, I used straps right away. Never built my grip, so my forearms sucked, and my grip was so shitty that even with the straps, the bar would still slip. So at that point, I knew I was too far gone, so I just completely took out the straps. And now I've deadlifted 7 plates with no straps. Double overhand. None of that over-under shit. Double overhand. Now hook grip, none of that. Regular overhand grip, I've deadlifted 7 plates. So your body will respond. You can just be strong enough. You don't have to fake it. You can actually just get strong enough to do what you gotta do. Alright, this is a great machine. I love this machine. It's like an underhand machine row. Kind of feels like hammer strength, but even better, honestly. What brand is it? I don't see the brand, but don't matter. That don't matter. I usually do about 3 rows and 1 pull down movement, or 2 rows, a pull down movement, and a pull over movement. But this gym has some really good row machines, so I'm actually gonna do all rows today. You know, rows build backs straight up. You know, I know people say thickness. I do believe rows build thickness, but it depends how you do it. If you do it the way I'm gonna do this, which is pulling it close to your body, underhand, you're gonna get lats, right? So with rows, you can target lats, you can target upper back, you can target mid back, you can target all that. With pull downs, you could target upper back or lats as well, depending if you pull down straight toward your lat or you pull down wide. But the angle is still a little bit awkward compared to a row. Basically, I feel like rows are a more complete way to build your back. You should do both, but in these situations where I like the machines and I choose rows, I still get a complete back workout. I feel like I'm missing, like not doing pull downs, I'm missing something. If I was gonna do pull downs, I would have done close grip pull downs to focus on my lats, which I can just do close grip rows, or single arm rows or underhand rows to get my lats. So you can get a full back workout with pull downs or rows, right? You could pick one and still get a full back workout. Only thing you won't get with pull downs is traps, and you can get upper back doing this, but to get like the traps, not really. But you can just train traps separately, so it doesn't really matter. One thing you'll learn about bodybuilding, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You can almost do anything, but the way you do it is what's going to build muscle. You can leg press and do some bullshit and not grow any legs, and you can leg press pushing off your toes and doing full range of motion and get the best quad workout, or you can do leg press and get the best glute and hamstring workouts if you sit up and have your feet high and wide. So it's really not what you do, it's how you do it. I could do this exercise and completely feel nothing if I don't do it a certain way, which is how my back training was for the first like 3-4 years of my bodybuilding. But 2 people could do this machine, and one can get a great back workout and one can get shit. So it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Alright guys, that's a wrap for pull day. It's a very successful pull day. My last pull day wasn't on camera and it was horrendous. It was a late night workout again, or early morning, whatever you want to call it. But I was beat the fuck up. Mentally, I didn't get very good sleep in days. I hadn't slept more than 3 hours probably for like 3 days straight. I was working a lot and had a lot of stress going on that I had to deal with. So it was so bad to the point that I'm like, I want to just cut it. If I didn't have to drive so far, if I didn't drive 40 minutes to the gym, I would have called it. If it was like a 10-minute drive to like a West Hollywood or something, I would have cut it. After the first set, I would have just went back home. But I wasn't about to drive another 40 minutes after not working out. So I did it anyways, and it just was what it was. I made the best of it. But this workout was a lot better. Strength was pretty decent, but energy was good. Mood was good. Pump was great. I mean, everything was pretty good. So that's a good sign. I'm 6 weeks out from the first show. On Instagram, I'm just counting down to the USA. I'm not counting down to I'm doing the show a week before the USA, the warm-up show. So I won't dry out with diuretics or anything. Just want to see how I look on stage, because it's always different at home versus the hotel room versus on stage. So I want to see how it translates. I also want to try not using a tan. Obviously, I'm dark skinned, but dark skinned people do use tan because they give you a different undertone. But I remember I did a show without tan, and I almost looked like I had a better undertone. As crazy as that sounds. So I'm gonna try it and see how it looks. I actually didn't look as dark, which the tan doesn't make a really dark-skinned person look darker, but then it does, because when I didn't use a tan for that show, I won. When I first moved out here, I did a show, Southwest Muscle Classic. I won overall, actually. I used no tan, and my color looked really good. And I'm like, maybe I should go back to that. But anytime I ask a dark-skinned pro, they're like, bro, never step on stage without tan. And I'm like, bro, we're black as shit. Like, nobody's gonna notice. Like, what are we talking about here? Unless you have some black people have really uneven skin tone. I'm not one of them. But there's some black people that have like their face and neck is like 4 shades darker than their body, and their hands and forearms are 2 shades light. Yeah, if you have uneven skin tone, then you gotta do what you gotta do. But I'm pretty even. I'm pretty evenly black as fuck. So I'm gonna try it out. And if it looks like shit, it's just a regional show, right? So it's not a big deal. Anyways, went off on a tangent. Yeah, great workout, no complaints. I have 6 weeks to improve, but right now I'm holding it. I've been kind of holding it since 8 weeks out, because energy levels and body fat level, it didn't make sense to get contest shredded 6 weeks out and then feel like shit for 6 weeks and have horrible workouts for 6 weeks. Doesn't make sense. So I'm within 5 pounds of stage, and 3 of those 5 pounds is water weight. Maybe the whole 5 pounds is water weight, knowing my body. But let's say I have 2 to 3 pounds of actual fat to lose. Why would I shed that off with 6 weeks to go? It doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna hold off another couple of weeks, and then maybe 3 weeks out-ish, I'm gonna get rid of that fat, so I could be ready 2 weeks out, and then I already cut cardio. Besides dog walking, there's no cardio. So right now, I was doing about an hour and a half of dog walking. Now I'm down to like maybe 40 to 60 minutes total of dog walking, which is steps. You can say steps, but I say dog walking. Steps, same shit. So at some point, I'll cut it down even more. About 4 weeks out, 3 weeks out, I'll probably cut it down to half of that, maybe 20 minutes. I mean, my dog still gotta get exercise, but I could play fetch or some shit. Anyways, yeah, I'm really happy where I'm at. Anybody who's been following me for a while is happy as well, because things usually start to go to shit around this time. Like after 6 weeks out is when I start to just get smaller and flatter and look softer. I don't, like as I get smaller, I just look softer because I'm losing tissue. And this time around, there will be no tissue loss. I would rather show you guys a full package that's not shredded than show you my previous version of shredded, because it didn't even look shredded. If you're flat enough, you look fatter. So it's like, people will be like, well, how do you look leaner 4 weeks out or 6 weeks out than you do on stage, right? I'm leaner on stage, but if you lost muscle to get lean and your skin is kind of loose, you don't look leaner. So it's irrelevant, right? So it's like, it's what you look like. So me being fuller and having more body fat, I would actually look leaner than I have on stage. I'm not gonna have more body fat. I'm just saying, if I purposely was not as lean and had more body fat, but not flat, I would look more peeled, right, or more in shape than I did my last show. You know what I'm saying? Or my last 2 shows even. So, well, 23 was actually pretty dry. It's flat as shit, but pretty dry. So, anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. I need to go home and eat. It's 5 in the morning now, so I'm gonna head out before traffic starts to build up. Thank you guys for supporting. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at BodyFall. DM me for coaching at Team Macho with 2 O's at gmail.com. And I catch you guys in the next one. Peace.